Those sexy ads in the personal columns, well, they've got the cops reading the riot act to some newspaper editors.
Crystal, hot, sensuous body.
You can find almost anything in the classified, but now police are taking a red pen to these blue notes, and there's a bizarre twist.
I never expected to be charged as a prostitute, as in being a newspaper editor.
Classified blue. Also, where they go after dark in Hollywood, City of Angels, dancing with the devil.
That's tomorrow on A Current Affair. And that's it for this edition. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, America.
Is what makes the story so unusual. The police there give the green light to the girls of the red light district, but now they're telling them, do it, just don't talk about it. As our David Lee Miller explains, a new blitz on sexy classified ads is hitting some unlikely targets.
You can do it, but you can't advertise it. Here in Toronto, like all of Canada, prostitution is legal. It is, however, against the law to publicly communicate with someone for the purpose of selling sex. The idea is to keep prostitutes off the street. But now the Toronto Police Department's Morality Bureau is using the same law designed to lock up hookers against the publisher of a progressive local newspaper.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't imagine how it could be done. I mean, it's just, you know, you expect a lot of things in publishing to come up, and you're even ready for some hassles with the police, but I never expected to be charged as a prostitute, as in being a newspaper editor.
Publisher Michael Hollett and his weekly newspaper, called Now, have been criminally charged with, quote, communicating for the purpose of engaging in prostitution. The problem is that the Toronto Police Department's Morality Bureau considers it against the law to publish an advertisement from a prostitute, despite the fact it is not illegal to exchange money for sex.
Well, there are some ads that describe the physical attributes of some people and are making themselves available for sexual activities for money.
What do you say to people who read your paper and might be offended after reading an ad like this one? Dungeon of Dominance, downtown, fully equipped.
What I say to them is, don't read the last 2 pages in my newspaper. Read the other 86 in front of it, which give you a lot of other things to look at. A newspaper should have things that challenge its readers. Everything about a newspaper shouldn't appeal to everybody who reads it.
Toronto prostitutes say it's ironic that the very law written to keep women off the street will now have the exact opposite effect.
I want them to know that what they have done is counterproductive. What's going to result from all of this is more prostitutes are going to be on the street. So then the police will arrest us for being on the street, and then they'll hold up the arrest statistics to everybody and say, look at us, we're great guys, we've arrested all these evil prostitutes, when they put us out there on in the first place. It's, you know, who gains from this? No one.
Valerie and Ryan are professional call girls who get the majority of their clients from advertising in Now newspaper. They are angry the paper and its board of directors face criminal prosecution, especially because the Toronto Yellow Pages and more established newspapers in the city carry similar ads. The only difference, they say, is less honest language.
I've advertised in the Toronto Star and the Globe and Mail, 2 Toronto dailies. And the wording of my ads in those papers is not as explicit. For instance, I would say attractive petite female seeks, well, you can't say generous anymore. You have to say senior, established executive or something like that. And the problem with those kind of ads is that people are confused, and they call up thinking that you're looking for a long-term relationship, or maybe even to get married. I've had people call up and think, that's what I want.
Good afternoon, Now Magazine.
The Now News Weekly claims it is being singled out by the Morality Squad because of recent articles critical of police. And although classified ads from prostitutes amount to only 1% of the paper's income, publisher Michael Hollett says he will continue to print the ads, no matter what the consequences.
Would you go to jail?
Yes, I would go to jail if I have to over this issue.
You think you will?
I have to be prepared to think I will, because I might. These guys are cops. They're used to getting their own way. They're not, they don't like to back down, so I'm prepared for whatever happens.
As for Toronto's Women of the Night, Life on the street remains the only alternative. If newspaper advertising here remains classified illegal.
Why is it so bad for us to advertise in newspapers? I mean, what it allows us to do is operate discreetly. Yes, maybe our ads are explicit in this one newspaper, but the way in which we conduct our business is not. And the Canadian people, and I think American people too, would certainly prefer that way for prostitution to operate than be on the street.